Alright guys, welcome to Banana in Japan, where woohoo, we're gonna get our asses kicked. So this is Doom. This is made by ID Software. They make the Doom games, they make the Quake games, they make Wolfenstein, and they make Rage now these days. This game is called Doom, but it was supposed to be called Doom 4. They actually had a game called Doom 4 in development for 2 or 3 years, and they canned it because they said it sucked, so they made this one. So effectively this has been in development for like 10 years, and it doesn't necessarily disappoint from a shooting standpoint. I actually prefer Quake 3 Arena a bit more, even though it's like 20 years old, and it has the charm of a deathmatch shooter, where this one, actually, what we're looking at today is the story, so it can't really be compared too much, but we're going to do it today on the hardest mode, which is going to be fun for you guys and absolutely painful for me. I can tell you this is definitely not my first time trying this. This is maybe my 5th run through, so it should put me in good stead for this, but it absolutely won't, because I can tell you right now, it is pretty hard. You got to do this. You got to play it a certain way. You've got to approach the level from a a certain point of view. You've got to kill the right guys first. Know where the health packs are. Know exactly what each thing does, and how to knock the guys out in the right order. And this is barely the first level. It's embarrassing that I can barely even approach 10% success rate. But this game, it looks awesome. This stream may look a bit grainy, but I can tell you it looks pretty good. Well, it looks pretty good. And what we have are a huge selection of guns. The gameplay is smooth. There is little lag when you get a whole bunch of stuff going on at the same time. Not much of a story, but with a shooter, I suppose you don't really come to expect it. Alright guys, what we see down here is that shield is, I'm sure you've guessed it already, it's armor. Then we've got health there in the blue canister or whatever that is. We've got bullets in that red box right there. These guys are zombies. They basically can be farmed for health, and it's worth doing that when the guy that's about to spawn up here kills me, or does something close to killing me. When you shoot them, they start to flash, and what you can do there is basically, if you click R3, automatically goes through that process of dismembering them and doing a cool little animation, and it thankfully spawns health, which is absolutely necessary in this mode. If you see what those markers were, it's the death points of other people, and if we were to read them all, it probably would include about 10 gazillion from me. Hopefully won't include another one so soon. Oh, hello, sir. What did he even do? Breathe on me? How did I die there? The torment has just begun, good sir. Horned, sir. That's something that you probably shouldn't be saying to people face to face. Hello, sir. I like your horns. Would you let me touch them? Alright, let's get it on. Okay. Jumping off tool things, phases. Not this man. I don't think I can attack those things. I think they run off just... Or maybe they do jump into the level, I'm not quite sure, but I don't really give them the time to give myself the time to find out. So I've got to kill these guys first, then the guys that throw fireballs should be next in line, if not first in line. Oh, why am I stuck? Alright. They can climb up things and they run very fast. They're pretty weak in terms of how easy they are to kill, but they cause some pretty good damage. Oh, that's a new load, guys. I've just been killed by Grandma, basically. Open wide. I'll pretend I didn't see that. He didn't just do what I thought he did he? No. Zombies don't do that kind of thing. It's an R-rated game, but no. Anyway, so I have passed this bit actually before on a previous attempt, but it probably took me 20 times. I'm hoping it won't take me that many this time. It was pure luck though, it really was. Okay, so what we can do, you see this thing here, you press R3, you click on the, you know, the large colourful button on your PS4, whatever that's called, and you get some backstory, which is nice. Voice acting is really good in this game. You know, it's not like it's unheard of for a shooter to have a pretty light story, so it's hardly a legitimate complaint. Also, the soundtrack is awesome for this game. It really gives you a good sense of bleakness, and the guitars get pretty heavy, which is something I enjoy. So I'll give him top marks for the audio for sure. Also, something that's pretty cool is that some of the enemies actually attack each other. So it's something you won't see for a while actually, until about, I don't know, about as far as I'm in right now, halfway. But it's pretty cool. Not quite the coolness of Horizon where you can infect them and just watch like dinosaur robots fight each other in a battlefield, like a deathmatch. That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I don't know what happened there. He just looked at me wrong. And, well, at least it was more PG than the last death. I don't know if that was any better than the previous attempt. Small steps, guys. That's all it takes in life. Tickle the right people, tell the right jokes, make out with zombies, you know how it goes. Okay. I'm going to give myself 3 minutes before I die this time. I should probably time myself, but it's not worth it. Okay, this guy. I saw you in the same position last time. Sometimes it's deceiving. They don't flash sometimes, and I don't know why they don't flash sometimes. Like, I killed that guy with 3 shots earlier and nothing really indicated that he was close to death. Oh, that was nice. It's funny, this ID Software has not had... Oh, I mean, it's hardly surprising considering how much gore is taking place in this game, but there's been shootings in the US that have caused a great deal of negative publicity. In Germany, the Wolfenstein games have been banned. Had been banned. I'm not sure if they are right now, but yeah, they actually got one of the shooters in a shooting actually named Doom as the reason for why committing the horrific act and atrocity. So that didn't help them, but you know, in an unrelated matter, this game is quite good. I wouldn't call this my favorite shooter of all time. I think I prefer more realistic military shooters, but when it comes to this kind of you know, monster kind of shootout, I think the deathmatch format is something I prefer, but it's nothing to shake a stick at. Alright guys, maybe I should try a different route this time. My controller's vibrating, why? What are you doing? Having fun over there? Having some fear of missing out there. Don't leave me out of your fun, sir. Include me, please. Alright, this is not cool. This is not good when they're just holding up in the same place. Recipes for disaster. Oh. That was cool. See, I'm not even sure what happened there. What does tend to happen with that automatic animation is that it jolts quite quickly to it, so it can be quite, I don't know, it can be a bit of a jolt, so it's unexpected, or it doesn't look as cool. I think it was, if it would be a slightly smoother transition from the position prior to clicking the button and then that first movement, it would be a bit smoother, but nonetheless, it's pretty sweet. With games these difficult, I'm amazed that people can remain motivated. I mean, it's not I'm particularly losing motivation here, but you know, to motivate yourself to play like a full. That was not impressive. I just ran straight into the guy. That doesn't deserve. That does not deserve me winning this level in any shape or form with actions like that. Maybe I'll approach it from the right this time. Alright guys, get ready. Okay, signs are looking good. That's a decent approach. This area I don't like. I think the ground area is slightly safer. These guys can appear from around the corner. It gives you a full sense of security because you can see for a distance, but all the guys just appear from nowhere. At least from the ground you can see from all angles. This guy. Can I get that high up? No. They need to go to like speech classes or something. These guys are making some funny noises. Some crazy speech impediments. Oh, that was that hit was dead on. Yeah, this is barely even the first. So this game is like divided into chapters, and I think there are 12, 15 chapters, something like that. I think in easy mode I don't know, probably 6 to 8 chapters in, something like that. But this is like, I don't know. This little map here is barely 20% of, maybe 25% of this first stage, you know. So if I can't even progress past this, you know how much time do you have? Can you watch a 12-hour stream? Come on, come on, come on. I'm starting to think that it's not worth my time doing that to them. Just shooting them might be better. Although if I do that, then I run out of ammo sooner. I think just like being someone else, this game might be more beneficial. Let's go up here. Aha. Oh, Jesus. Alright, that's enough for this run, guys. It's quite clear that I'm not progressing beyond here. And I have to boost my ego somehow. I'll have a coffee or play another game. Alright guys, if you want to see more of this self-torment, let us know. We might have someone else play this and see if they can actually, you know, achieve something. If not, have a good one and adios.